Hi. Just doing a little light reading here. You know, this time last week, author Jim Murphy didn't even know A.J. Brown, but after Fox cameras caught Brown reading a copy of Murphy's book, Inner Excellence, while on the sideline during the game against the Packers, the two are now fast friends, talking about potentially doing some charitable work via Brown's foundation. Inner Excellence rocketed up bestseller list this past week, thanks in part to Eagles tight end C.J. Uzomah buying 70 copies so that every player in this locker room would have one. I talked to Murphy yesterday. He said he and Brown met at the facility on Friday, had a good chat about this book's impact on Brown, about making a difference in yourself before you can help others. He said that's what he's working on, and I'm just grateful to be a small part of his journey. Murphy will also be a small part of the crowd here at Lincoln Financial Field today, obviously rooting for Brown and the Eagles.
Well, since week 15, you could make book. See what I'm saying? On the Rams defense coming downhill and hitting you chapter and verse. Do you see what I'm going with that? You know what I mean? It's just like, this is what happens when I don't have to wake up at 4 in the morning, you know? Take it away, Kurt.
All right, Gerald, let's break it down a little bit further. Both these guys have great groups up front, but let's take it inside to their main guys. Jared versus, Rich just said, Jalen Carter over on this side. Which is going to be more disruptive for the opposing quarterback today?
I love Jalen Carter as a player more. D-tackle, obviously I'm leaning towards D-tackle, but we're talking about opposing QBs. I got to go with Jared Verse because he's more of a pass rusher right now. I'll show you what I mean. He plays with great effort. When you play with great effort, what comes along that with great technique. You see him stab, chop, keep chopping, hands never stop, high rip, finish on the quarterback. Now, this is what I say with playing with great effort. Guys like this, they're always going to have success. Max Crosby type guys. He's going to go underneath, they're going to run a little stunt, knock the tackle off, and just bull rush the guard. Now we on the quarterback right now, ball out, and this guy's a rookie. Yeah. Him playing like that, man, his future is bright. But, yeah, he's going to be a headache for Jalen Hurts today.
Yeah, Rich and I did their game a few weeks back, and he didn't have necessarily the huge sack number.
Right.
But you heard everybody talk about the impact that he was having with what he was doing and leading to everybody else. Both of these teams have a bunch of guys that can get after the quarterback, and these two guys' role is, hey, if you can't get there, you just use up bodies and allow those other guys to get there. So it's going to be a tough task for either offensive line today to stop these guys and stop the rest of their group, Cynthia.
What's going on here when it comes to pressure? This is actually an interesting season. Since 2018, Matthew Stafford has never had a sub 50% pressure rate. This year, it's 48%. In fact, he's only thrown 2 touchdowns when under pressure, tied for the fewest in the league. So this is an interesting matchup because we know that Eagles defense is going to bring the heat. And also, the design
to a TurboTax. I feel like this setup is the only way we could take Max Crosby 2-on-1 and him on a scooter. Okay, you know what I mean?
That's fair. I don't know.
He still doesn't know.
Still questionable.
Okay, still questionable. Who needs to step up? We just mentioned 3 guys who were not there in week 4. What do you think, Max?
Yeah, I love this front. Greg Rousseau, A.J. Epinesa, Von Miller. You know, he's like the legend in that group leading these young guys. But for me, the guy that sticks out the most is Ed Oliver. I think he's one of the most underrated interior guys. The way he plays with that maximum effort at the 3 technique is very rare in this league. So I think he's the key. You know, you have Derrick Henry, you got Lamar Jackson, you have all these matchups up front. I think Ed Oliver is going to be the difference maker. The way he plays against the run and pass is going to be critical. You see him every single down, punching guys in the mouth and making plays in the backfield. So I think he's going to be huge for them if they want to win today.
The guy who has the toughest job in the stadium is Bobby Babich, the defensive coordinator right here of the Bills, because it's hard to defend this Lamar Jackson offense, right? They can do just about everything, and they've got that guy with the green dot over there who returns Boston College guy, Matt Milano, and he's going to be making the calls. But you got to change it up when you're playing against all this option stuff. You can't have dive quarterback pitch or dive quarterback throw consistently the same all the time. You got to change it up, right, Max? And so that's going to be their job. Give them a bunch of different looks with coverage. You got to load the box up a lot because you know how powerful the run game is for these Ravens. But anyway, it's going to be a chess match with Babich, Milano, and the boys to see if they can slow down Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I think Milano, you can also spotlight him as we just did right there. That guy is amazing. When he is healthy, it just totally changes the dynamic of the Bills defense. And I know a lot of Bills fans are hanging their hats on the fact that these 3 guys that we started this segment with are back because Derrick Henry, as we all know, ran for 87 yards on one.
Not every single solution for all weather issues with your house, but when we talk about what tools Josh Allen and James Cook need to keep pace with the Ravens, Max, what tools would you use?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to back my scooter up right here.
Time to shine.
Take a little U-turn. I'm going to use this tape measure. You know why? Because it's a game of inches.
It is.
It's a game of inches. That's the way I look at it. They are two incredible teams, juggernaut offenses, and I think it's going to come down to the details. So it's really about game of inches and take care of that football. So
All right, Mooch, come on. You
Okay,
have
let me
one?
show you how to do this, Max, okay?
Yeah,
it
get
is
crazy.
a game of inches. You know, you could have done one of those things.
There we go.
Okay,
There we go.
but you know what? Josh Allen, he can do it all, right?
Yeah.
Right? He's a versatile guy. Kind of reminds me of that Allen wrench from Lowe's that you get over there on the top shelf, all right? You got the big one over here. He can make the big play. You got the little ones right here. If you need a 1 yard to gain, and you know what? How about that Cook guy, James Cook?
How about it?
You need a spatula to get some cooking done in there, don't you? I got this over at Lowe's the other day.
You did?
Yeah, I did. So you got a
You
spatula.
know what?
What?
They could also use a shower door bottom seal,
Why?
which I brought in from my house, because you know what this does? This
What?
stops the water from running on the ground, and that's exactly what the Bills need to do.
Ooh, I get it.
Stop the Ravens from running on the ground. The Bills are 9-0 when they win the time of
See
possession
how you do
battle.
that?
That
Yeah,
was
keep it
good.
from running. That's
Yeah,
good.
this
Yeah,
is
she
James
killed
Cook
on that.
and Josh Allen right here.
Wow.
Rich,
Wow, that
we're going
was
to
a
play with the
good
tools a
low
little more. That was the safest one.
Those last 3 playoff wins have all been by more than 6. Will they win by more than 6 today? Is that a no?
It's a
Okay, Kurt, the Ravens' last 6 wins have been by at least 2. What about tonight?
It's one.
Gerald, the Eagles and Rams have combined for more than 42 points in 6 of their last 7. What about today?
Yeah.
All right, less grunting, more answers.
Okay, okay.
The Bills have won 9 straight home games and they combined for at least 52. Will they combine for at least 52 with the Ravens?
No.
Kurt, Jalen Hurts has had fewer than 200 passing yards in every career home playoff game. What about today?
Yep.
Gerald, the Ravens are 3-1 in the playoffs when Lamar is over 55 rushing yards. Will he have more than 55 tonight?
Sure.
Mooch, A.J. Brown has had at least 70 receiving yards once in 4 playoff games with the Eagles. What about today?
Make it twice.
Kurt, Justice Hill, your X Factor, 3 receptions per game this season. What about your double X Factor?
Double X Factor, yes.
Gerald, the Eagles' last running back with over 110 rushing yards in consecutive playoff games is Brian Westbrook at 06. Will Barkley do it today?
He will.
All right, there you go. Hour number 1 in the books coming up next. By that slickly produced music videos refer to it about the reading and all that sort of stuff. And hopefully we're entertained by it at home. Not even close to the entertainment value of what was being discussed on the set of Steve Mariucci trying to figure out the math behind a book being up 53 million% in sales. This is just honestly, just you trying to figure out. So if one book is sold, does that mean 53 million books were sold? It's great.
I need answers.
It's 53.273.
That's what
million% up. What? And change.
Okay, well, let's go buy it. That was a weird thing, a guy reading a book.
Honestly, you were just, as soon as we press play on that music video, you're like, okay, Cynthia, put it in your model, please, to figure, like, turn to her for the math? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, she's a math whiz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know.
Is there a passing problem or what?
We got to do like a.
Forget the book. Is there a passing problem or what?
Yeah, I think there is a passing problem. I do. And I know they're winning games. But if you watched the Rams last week, 9 sacks in the playoff game. So what you have to do is you got to get the ball out of your hands quickly. This is the issue that I've seen with this Eagles team and Jalen Hurts. Hey, watch. Down in the red zone last week against the Packers, okay? Eyes to the left-hand side. Oh, there it is. He got a shot right there. Take it, okay? You want to go back to the right-hand side. He jumps the flat, hit A.J. Brown right there. It's on top. Well, now we're going to hold it. We're going to run around. I know they got a great offensive line. 6.5 seconds before he makes that, okay? We got the Rams defense that can get after you, okay? Here's another one. Coming back. All right, we got Saquon Barkley. We get the chase on the bottom. You got your one-on-one. That's what we're here for. Take the throw right there. Instead, we're going to hold the football. We're going to run around. Going to be another throwaway here. 6.5 seconds. Can he hold the ball for 6.5 seconds? Devontae Smith down here on the bottom. One-on-one, off coverage. Take it right there. Easy. Boom. Make the completion. Once again, holding the football, and taking off and running. I get it. They're winning. I understand. But this Rams defense can get after you. I don't believe he can hold the football and miss those opportunities that are in front of him if they're going to continue to advance in the playoffs.
What was the question? Any concerns?
Yes.
So on my card, I have yes and no. But anyway, here's the thing. Kurt, they're balanced. Rich, they're balanced. 179 yards rushing, 187 passing, okay? That's a weird balance for the NFL, right? Usually you throw for a heck of a lot more. The passing game is pretty darn efficient, all right, in terms of passer rating and low interceptions and touchdown interception ratio. I see that it's underutilized. Write that down. Underutilized, because what did Jalen Hurts say? It's not that we can't, it's just that we don't throw the ball that much, right? And they've had 4 game-winning comeback drives to win games at the end. It's not like they haven't needed the passing game once in a while to do that. So in the playoffs, you're going to end up against some teams that score some points. I got a feeling the passing game is going to be more utilized and more necessary, and we're going to find out exactly how efficient it is.
And here's the thing, is that it's not to me that you have to throw for a bunch of yards. That's not, to me, the point. The point with the XO that I just showed is that there are opportunities right away out there to be had. And that, to me, is when you have a problem in the passing game, is that you want your quarterback to see the #1 read and take that throw. Now, he threw it away. He didn't throw an interception. On the one, he gets a touchdown after 6.5 seconds. Yes, I understand that it works, but to me, it's about efficiency. When there's an opportunity there, if you're watching that film with your quarterback, you're going, Jalen, why aren't you throwing this right? Here's your read. Throw it to him. Throw it to him. We're missing opportunities. Maybe it doesn't come back to hurt them at any point in time. But those are the things that, to me, become a problem. And I believe as a coach, you would say that's a problem. As a quarterback, I would say that's my problem. I need to hit that guy, get the touchdown, and not be throwing the ball away when there's an opportunity in front of me.
Yeah, Kurt, I hate to say it. Hey, Coach, you ain't going to like this. I hate to say it, Kurt, but you might have been right all along.
What?
There is a passing problem. And I said last week that I was a little worried about Jalen Hurts after not having played for 3 weeks, because everything he does is timing. And he didn't look good. Jalen Hurts he goes to his first read, and then if it's not there, he starts to kind of panic a little bit. And you've seen it in Kurt's XO. He just runs around. He's not great at improvising. You look at a Lamar Jackson who can run around, make you a play. But with Jalen Hurts, after that first read is not there, then he starts to panic. He's a timing guy, and when his timing is off, it really can mess him up. So the Rams have 2 safeties that have 4 picks apiece and a D-line that can get after you. So I'm a little worried about the passing game.
Well, since Kurt helped you with the problem, and help you see the light, let me help you see. Thank you. So when somebody sells 1 book, right? All right. And just because they're up 53 million %, doesn't mean they've sold 53 million books. Let's just say he sold 1 book. Do you know what 100% would be? 2 books.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's that math.
So my question is, how many books did he sell?
I don't know, but all I know is it's not 53 million.
Research, Ben, find out, okay?
It's not 53 million. If he was just 100% and he sold 1 book, he sold two.
Yeah, but he's up 53 million.
He sold a lot of books. He sold a lot of books. He sold, trust me.
I feel like if you're up 53 million % of anything, then you've had to have at least sold 53 million books.
I know, I understand that.
No.
For my next book, whenever...
Up 100% is only sold 1 more book.
If he sold 1 book, I feel like Ernie Johnson talking about gas prices to Shaq right now. Listen, when it's 1 book that he has sold, and if he went up 100% the next week, he has now sold 2 books.
All right, so 53 million %.
I don't want to do that math. There's not enough time.
It's percent, not 53 million books.
Right.
Percent.
It's percent.
Yeah, I know. I want to know how many books he sold. I'm a bottom line guy. How many books did you sell?
A lot.
Excellent.
Absolutely a lot. For my next book, you know who's going to help me sell the book? A.J. Brown. I'm going to beg him to take that book and hold it on the sideline.
Yeah, well, I got your book that you wrote, and
Yeah.
we're in it.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Guess how many % that's up? Not many.
Not many?
No.
No, but
That's why I haven't written a book since
good book.
2007.
Good book. You bought to buy it.
Oh, there's another one coming. All right, are we throwing to this interview right now? Is that what we're going to do?
Flank steak.
Okay.
This is crab
So,
meat,
see,
mac and cheese.
now, if you have 1 steak there, and then you make another steak, the steak would be 100% more. Okay, very good.
I'd be very happy.
Nick Sirianni's with Mike Garafolo. Take it away.
All right, Nick, kids are already off from school tomorrow. We got a snow day today, though. We are expecting roughly 2 to 4 inches. What does that do for you guys? I know sometimes it lends itself to the running game. You guys do that plenty well.
Yeah, the most important thing is that we have the right footing, and it's going to be a challenge for both teams. So we got to make sure we're wearing the right equipment, be ready for the footing as it presents itself, and handle the game that's presented to us. I think at the end of the day, it's always going to come down to fundamentals. The team that tackles better, the team that gets off blocks better, the teams that blocks better, and the team that protects the ball better and takes it away better is going to win this game.
You saw these guys earlier in the season. You ran roughshod on them. I know this week has been an emphasis for them to get hats on Saquon Barkley, make sure he doesn't run clean. Their defense has been playing better. What do you tell your guys about countering that?
Yeah, we watch every game that we've played against an opponent for the 3 or 4 years, right? And so we'll watch the game that we played in 2023. We watch the game that we played this year, and I know Sean and his staff do the same thing. So we'll have to be ready for anything and be able to adjust to anything that they present to us, because we know they're going to have different things, and we will too. And so it'll be about how we adjust. It'll be about how they adjust. But I can't say enough good things about Coach McVay and this football team. I got a lot of respect. It's an honor to do battle against them out there today.
You have the advantage playing Sunday. You already know if you win this game, you'll be able to host next week here at Lincoln Financial Field. How much of a carrot do you think it is for these guys to know they can play at home next week?
Yeah, we're locked into this game. We don't care about anything else.
Good luck today. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike.
Get your snowbooks on.
Chào tất cả các bạn, mình lại quay lại đây. Video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tô màu những sản phẩm này đây. Các bạn hãy xem thật kỹ nha. Đây là những sản phẩm mình chưa tô. Những sản phẩm mình tô màu xong thì chắc chắn nó sẽ rất